Greetings all you dirtbags and problematic page turners. Today we're talking about On Tiber's Edge by Declan Finn. It's the 10th book in the Land and Sea series and also the first book in the franchise not written by Blaine Lee Pardoe. Before we go too far, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss a single video. Now I love Land and Sea. I've read every book, every short story, and I backed the Indiegogo campaign for the graphic novel Paradise. I've got minis, apparel, and I've had Blaine and Eric on my channel. I'm a fucking fan, okay? So it breaks my heart to tell you that I absolutely did not enjoy this book. But I should have. We had all the ingredients for a badass mill sci-fi story with an incense punk edge. Crusades, aliens, Templar mechs, and militia. This should have been a home run for the franchise, but what we got was Catholic Mary Sue's dunking on the libs and dog walking the fish so thoroughly that one wonders what all the fuss was about in the previous 9 Land and Sea books. Unlike the rest of the franchise, On Tiber's Edge lacks tension, confident antagonists, believable characters, and it just plain doesn't feel like a Land and Sea book.
I don't know you anymore.
It reads more like fan fiction wrapped in heavy-handed political power fantasies, over-detailed explanations of weapons and Catholic rituals and history, and characters who mistake rolling their eyes with having a personality. Seriously, the phrases rolled his eyes, rolled her eyes, and rolled their eyes appeared a combined 44 times in the book. And this cast of characters is about as believable as Michelle Obama's victim card.
Because there weren't people who knew how to do textured hair at all. No.
They're great at everything. Everything works out for them. And even when someone gets the upper hand on them, they turn the tables in about 5 minutes and come out on top anyway. The sheer amount of coordination and cooperation in this story flies in the face of not only the rest of the series, but reality itself. They literally booby-trapped entire buildings and city blocks. Any potential obstacle was easily torn down by behind-the-scenes hand waves and, oh yeah, we got a guy for that isms. Need the gas lines manipulated so you can turn entire buildings into giant IEDs? We got a guy for that. Need to coat entire city blocks in flammable jelly? We got a guy for that. Need some extra B-52 bombers to drop countless barrels of concrete on the fish? We got a guy for that. Need a fleet of drones and pilots? Covered. Need fast boats and torpedoes? Got those last week. Need an Asher? How about 3? Don't worry, they can take out bosses like it ain't no thing. 3 will do just fine. Need mortars placed illegally on rooftops all over the city? Child's play, don't worry. We took care of it off screen. Trust me, bro. Land and Sea usually shows us how retarded humans really are. That even in the face of extinction, we can't get our shit together enough to unite. That is certainly not the case with On Tiber's Edge. Aside from the liberal bureaucrats running Chicago, who are easily defeated by our savvy heroes, the people of Chicago, the Vatican, Switzerland, the mob, drug dealers, inmates, terminal cancer patients, gamers, and many, many more all come together to pull off a truly perfect defense of the city. Literally everything works out great for the characters, and the only characters who die are 2 POV characters whose shoes we were in only about 1 time each in the whole story. I've had bowel movements whose passings hit me harder. Literally everything works out great for the characters. Everything goes according to plan. Droves of fish get annihilated. Not just the bullet sponge frogs, but crabs, turtles, and bosses get completely destroyed. It's a one-sided battle, and most of it is just exposition telling us about the planning that went into the super awesome counterattack the fish never saw coming. The downside, if we can even call it that, is that the defenders had to destroy a bunch of their own city with booby traps to push the fish back. But seeing as the fish destroy crap anyway, it's not really that big of a sacrifice. Then there's the sheer number of contrived situations that happen just so the plot can move forward. It's astounding. Example, a furloughed spy runs into a priest getting mugged on the street. The priest is actually an ex-marine and a cyborg. Spy and priest fight off the gang with their bare hands. The spy kills one thug, then the spy and the cyborg priest just fucking leave the body there and go have brunch at a mobster's mansion.
What? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know how to make that sound more ridiculous than it already is, but there are so many more examples, it's too much to list. Honestly, I'm angry with this book, and if I weren't such a fan, I probably wouldn't be. But I don't love that the events of On Tiber's Edge are canon now. The battle for Chicago was so over the top, it doesn't mesh with the rest of this world. And if you're thinking of picking up a standalone novel to introduce yourself to the franchise, Do not read this as your entry point. Overall, this book was a very big disappointment. Nothing personal against Declan Finn, but I do not recommend On Tiber's Edge. That's all I've got for this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the review or the book if you've read it. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay problematic.